Streetwise and safety smart, Boss is taking charge. This Chevy Tahoe is like no SUV you've ever seen. You won't find anyone behind the steering wheel or operating it with remote controls. What you will find is a team from Continental Automotive Systems, General Motors, Caterpillar, and Carnegie Mellon University, driving cutting-edge technology as they get this vehicle ready for the road and the DARPA Urban Challenge.
Continental is all about comfort, safety, performance, and sustainable mobility. There are 800 million vehicles worldwide on the road today. By 2020, that number is expected to increase to 1.2 billion, and by the year 2030, up to 1.6 billion. As roads become more crowded, we know that our innovations and our technologies will help improve vehicle performance, and keeping cars connected will allow them to be safer and more secure, and that these innovations will help reduce fuel emissions and conserve natural resources. By taking part in the Urban Challenge, we are showcasing this cutting-edge technology and demonstrating how it contributes to making cars smarter, safer, and more efficient.
Carnegie Mellon's Tartan racing team is taking this Continental technology and coupling it with other ideas and innovations, looking to develop intelligent vehicles that help save lives and keep driving fun. The Defense Advanced Research Project Agency's Urban Challenge pits autonomous vehicles against each other during a 60-mile race on a course resembling an urban setting. The vehicles have just 6 hours to complete their commute.
That's a very innovative project we are doing together with Carnegie Mellon University. Continental chose Carnegie Mellon University as its partner because of its strong engineering background, which is a perfect fit for the company. We are building up a robot which can drive by itself. So from Continental's point of view, we learn a lot about new technologies that we can use in our products. It has 20 processors back in the trunk that enable the vehicle to drive on a road just like a human would do. It can detect intersections, it can negotiate intersections, it can drive down a road and keep distances to other cars, and it can even park on its own. So Jason, how did the tests go last night?
Everything looked good. I'm still reviewing the data to make sure there wasn't anything too subtle, but so far so good.
Very good. So did we detect all the relevant obstacles around the vehicle?
Yes, actually we can detect the vehicle up to 100 meters.
That's great. I guess we do some improvements today too. So Hong, are we ready to go?
Yeah, there was no error code from that side, but we can monitor the individual model.
That's great. So I guess we go over the test procedures one more time, and I guess in about 20 minutes we should be ready to go. All right. Yeah, it's a very sophisticated system we are building up here. So basis for the system is the perception system. We have about 25 sensors to detect relevant features around in the environment. Some of these sensors are, for example, our ARS-300 radar sensors from Continental. And in a process which is called sensor fusion, we bring all that information together to form one picture of the environment. So for example, when we come up to an intersection, we can use our radar sensors, which you can see up to 200 meters, to detect a vehicle arriving at the intersection. And when we come up to the intersection, we can decide if it's our turn to go or if we should give precedence to other vehicles. If it's our turn to go, we can check with the sensors that the intersection is free and that it's safe to continue on the planned path. What we're working on here is really cutting-edge technology. We as Continental work on so-called driver assistance systems, and that's very closely related to that technology. Compared to the robot, we have a driver in the car, of course. From that project, we can learn a lot. So for example, intersection handling. Here the robot has to learn how to do intersection handling by itself. And later on with driver assistance systems, we can help drivers to cross an intersection more safely. And we can make the whole driving experience more comfortable.
Just think about what this technology can bring to you and me. I mean, this Urban Challenge really is all about where technology meets the road. Our goal at Continental is to improve safety, mobility, and performance in everyday driving. Well, each year, more than 50 million vehicle accidents occur worldwide, with more than 1 million of those being fatalities. In fact, vehicle-related deaths are still the #1 killer in the 10 to 24-year-old age group. And in this country, the number of fatalities fell last year to its lowest level in 15 years, to just a little more than 42,500. But despite this downward trend, traffic fatalities continue to be the leading cause of death in the U.S. for ages 2 through 34 and cost $230 billion a year in emergency, health care, and lost wages. Continental, with its driver assistance systems, looks to dramatically reduce these numbers. Some of the technologies we're working on the bus may translate to future crash avoidance and life-saving applications. Think about how great it would be if your own personal vehicle could sense trouble and get out of the way. With our active safety and other intelligent technologies being refined in field tests like the Urban Challenge and the Safe Intelligent Mobility test in Germany, Continental is not far from delivering more sophisticated and robust safety systems for passenger cars and trucks that contribute to safer, more comfortable, and sustainable driving.
Continental is arguably the best automotive component company in the world. The technologies that Continental brings to this team will lead to driving that's safer, more convenient. Winning takes a vitality, a passion, a commitment, and Continental brings that force to Tartan racing.
At Continental, our vision is a world where there are no vehicle-related fatalities, and that vehicles find the best way to get from point A to point B, and that the cars and trucks that you and I drive do not negatively affect the environment. That's why we like to say technology is our passion, safety, comfort, and performance is our business.
The winner of the 2007 DARPA Urban Challenge receives $2 million. Vehicles are set to hit the streets on November 3rd.